anything else that comes to mind?
Yeah, to think big. Think the world. Think now in terms of the world, We have all the tools to bring people together, to think global. But incarnated here, but think global. To network, to connect. And that I think is very important. To have a global vision. That I would say so is what is needed in our days to respond to the challenges which we have and to give that to also to the next generation.
Is there an analogy or a story that you could use to capture how you go about that? I mean, JRS by its nature is going to be global. And I think there is an interest. You look at the Jesuit universities in the States, and probably there's at least 12 right now that are hiring like a vice president for global initiatives or international. So I think there is a desire to do that. But the desire is different than making it happen. So what is it going to take for our Jesuit universities to get to that point, to actualize that global vision?
Let me just talk a bit about what was very important, or is very important, this new idea. And again, we picked it up from different sides. At the same time, and this is what happens also, what Teilhard de Chardin speaks, at the same time in humanity, developments happen in different places. There's no connection, but almost like there's a jump in the brain. And so there was this, it's very humble, but there was at the same time somebody in the US, some group said, we should do something with our universities for other people. And we have this technology. And somebody else said, we have the need, our refugees need to study, And then somebody talks to me, can not JRS work together? I say, yeah, why not? And a donor agency over a dinner table said, why don't you do something, Think creatively, University is not anymore the campus university in Africa and so on. And say, yeah. And we put one and one together, and we have a group, and suddenly you have a kind of a critical mass of people who think and believe in something from different parts of the world, and then you start to do it, And that's what we talk about here is get their online, the wealth of knowledge, share that with the poor in refugee situations. But what is very important, it has to be a service for the poor also, to share. And then, what our experience is in JRS, this project, Jesuit Commons Higher Education at the Margins, will be enriched by the poor. They will show us a lot of solutions on people who are also in an academic monoculture, or can be, or just too much on the screen, or whatever, what our limitations of our formation are in the better, in the richer part of the world, we learn from the others. So it's not a one way, and that's, and then that can grow, and that can grow into more what we dream. It's not just a few refugees who will do studies, but it will network people, create friendships across the world. We will learn we can live together and share our ideas of diversity and find even more adequate solutions, because the poor, they need to survive, and they have often solutions that can help us, just to bring it together. So that's the exciting experience, and in this project, which is more recent now, and which we started, which is very much in the line of what Father Rupe wanted 30 years ago, that the universities also help the refugees. And there were always forms, but this is now a qualitative jump in the whole thing, and which helps not just refugees and one university, and here are refugees, but a whole group. And that's the idea, and that's also in a kind of the world, as it moves, it networks more, it brings people more together in different levels. And because if you don't listen to the refugees who are always bearing the consequences of bad politics and bad economic politics and so on, we cannot find the solution, because we don't even see that. So in a way, we need to be in touch with them. We need to be also intellectually in touch with people, that they can, their situation, their reality, but also their ideas will help us be motivated again by compassion and find together solutions, and make also some changes which are good for us. in the richer or the Western world, but not just anymore the Western world, those who have a better privilege, whatever you want to call it, you know. It's, and then we'll find ways. So there's a lot of potential. We don't even know yet what it comes, but also we don't know what the problems will be in doing it, you know. But let's not be afraid. There's always a way. If it doesn't go this way, then it goes that way. You know, we can always flow, go with the flow. Also, it's important leadership. Don't the straight road, no. Sometimes you have to build around, you know. You have somebody, it doesn't work that way, then give that person another support, you know, build a bit around and then complement. And but it's back to the leadership topic, but I think with that trust we can something to shape it. We don't know the road yet. We know the direction, but if that direction can change it. But again, and I'm adamant on that, it has to be, if the term margin is not always liked, people who are less privileged, less access, or poor, whatever you want to call them. Because being focused on that, they keep it focused and maintain the initial idea. That is very important to keep that, not to get diverted, you know.